All right. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Good evening. How are we doing today? Can we hear me loud and clear? Can we hear me loud and clear? If you can hear me loud and clear, type a yes in the chat box. Type a yes in the chat box if you can hear me loud and clear. Type a yes in the chat box. Okay, I can see the thumbs ups. Okay, all right. Okay, okay, brilliant. Okay, welcome to today's session. My name is Mohammed Suleiman, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer here at Nebiant Analytics. All right, but before we get started, I know, we all know why we are here today. Okay? We all know why we're here today, but just before we get started, okay, just before we get started, all right, I would love to know where we are joining us from. Okay, are you joining us from somewhere in Nigeria or outside of Nigeria, somewhere in Africa, from Ghana, Kenya, South Africa? I would love to know, where are you joining us from? Okay, where are you joining us from today? Where are you joining us from today? You can type it in the chat box. Where are you joining us from today? I can see quite a host of people joining. Okay, Abuja, let's see. Okay, I can see people from Abuja. All right, Lagos, Akwa Ibom, Abuja. So the Abuja is winning. Okay, somebody said network is terrible. Guys, can we hear me? Can we hear me? Can we hear me? Confirm you can hear me once again before we proceed. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you very much for that thumbs up, Dixon. Okay, David, Emeka. Okay, brilliant, brilliant. People are joining us from Zamfara, Warri, Abuja. Somebody joining us from Kenya. That's good. Enugu State. All right, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. One more thing, okay, one more thing. If you are seeing Nebian's analytics for the very first time, if this is the first time you are seeing Nebian's analytics, okay, or you're joining us in our session like this for the very first time, type 100, 100, 100, type 100 in the chat box. If this is your first time joining us in any of our sessions, type 100 in the session, in the chat box. Okay, I can see the 100s coming in. Okay, 100, 100. All right, all right. Okay, brilliant. So that's very good. That's very good. Now this is it. I want you to grab your pen and paper. That's the first thing you want to do. Grab your pen and paper because there are so many things you're going to take out of today's session. That's number one. Rule number two would be that if there is someone you think would benefit from today's session, send them the link and let them join us. Okay, send them the link, let them join us. Okay, send them the link, let they can also come with their writing materials. It's not a technical class, but there are just so much insights that you take out of today's session, and you don't want anybody to miss out. Okay, you don't want anybody you meet from this session to miss out. Okay, so I'm going to present my screen so that we can get started. I'll present my screen so we can get started. Once you can see my screen, type crystal clear in the chat box. Once you can see my screen will come up anytime soon. Once you can see it, you type crystal clear in the chat box. Okay, once you can see my screen, you type a crystal clear in the chat box. My screen should come up anytime now. Okay, crystal clear. Okay, we can see my screen, right? Okay, brilliant. Okay, so today we'll be covering how can you build as well as your monetize your tech skills. Okay, first how you can build and then how you can monetize. So we'll be going back and forth between both areas, all right, today. So again, grab your writing material and go home with something good today. All right. So once again, welcome to today's session. Let's kick things off. Now, for the sake of those who are joining us for the very first time, okay, I would love to do the honors of introducing Nebiant Analytics to you. So Nebiant Analytics is an edtech firm that is geared towards helping Africans get into the tech space. So from my team members, from myself to my team members, what we've discovered is that working on the global front, we find out that there's only a handful of Black people in the tech world. So how do we change that narrative? And what was the problem, or what is the problem? Now, the problem is simply because Black people do not have access to premium tech training programs. And when we say premium, it's simply a one-stop shop where every single ingredient, every single ingredient is in there for you to take advantage of to getting your first tech job. So currently we have three tech career paths which we've meticulously handpicked to help people get into the tech space: data analytics, data science, and business analysis. And we help people get into these spaces by bringing on board professionals who actually work these jobs. Plus, they have a unique ability to pass on knowledge to the second person. And they do that by sharing real world scenarios, real world experiences, hands on real world experiences. And based off that, our participants are able to upskill and hit the ground running in their very first tech job. Okay, so that's just a bit about us, and I would love to also introduce to you the great minds behind Nebiant Analytics. We have Lemo Yoleodio. She's the CEO of Nebiant Analytics, has over a decade of experience working as a business analyst, and she's worked with conglomerates across the globe, in the US, UK, Canada, and back home in Africa, Nigeria, South Africa, Ghana, and so many other countries of the globe. And she has a unique passion for helping people to get into the space. By the time I get there, you see some of the people Lemon has helped get into the tech space through her through her expertise and professionalism. Now, you also have myself, the COO of Nebiant Analytics, Mohammed Suleiman. I have close to a decade of experience in the tech space, and I've also worked for organizations like Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo used to be a sister organization with Ferrari up until about 2016 when Ferrari became a standalone organization themselves. So far, I've been able to help close on 3,000 Africans switch from classroom to their first tech jobs. And I'm also very influential on LinkedIn. Okay. And myself and Lemon transitioned into the tech space. I came from a background of engineering. All right. So I had my first degree in engineering, mechanical engineering to be specific. And Lemon has, a fine arts background. Okay. And from this different background, we're able to transition into tech. Okay. And it's been a very great ride. So, and you can do it too. Okay. Now, we came today for something specific, right? We are all here for something specific. Am I wrong? We are here for something specific. Is that a lie? I want you to confirm you came here for something specific, isn't it? Okay, brilliant. Now, that specific thing is what I'm going to walk you through. Okay, what's our roadmap for today? All right, brilliant. I can see the hands. So, your roadmap for today, and this is where, guys, again, grab your pen and paper. Number one. Number two is share this link. Share this link with someone you love. Okay, share this link with someone you love. They can benefit from this session as well. I can see people joined us all the way from Cameroon. Temidayo, that's brilliant. You're welcome to today's session. Now, we're going to cover four areas in today's session. Okay, we'll cover four areas. First off, how to build and monetize tech skills. How do you build and monetize tech skills? That's why we are here. So we'll cover that at the very first. And then we'll go into some success stories of both previous and current participants. And then I'll tell you exactly what what makes the brand premium, or what you should look out for in any premium brand when you want to get into the tech space. Okay. And last but not the least, our very sumptuous special offer for you, specifically for those who would stay till the end of today's session. All right. And you'd see our attendance form in the chat box much later in the session. And will we will love you to fill that so that you can get access to my slides and the recording of today's session. Your email directly. All right, so are we ready? One more check before I put my foot to the metal. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready to go? Are we ready to fly? Okay, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I hope you're with your pen and paper, all right? So that you can take things down, okay? So that I can jot things down. Brilliant. Now, I'm going to be very direct and straight to the point, okay? Very direct and straight to the point. Now, monetizing tech skills is not different from selling a product. You want to make money from your tech skills. It is not different from selling a product, be it a car, be it perfume, be it whatever it is, anything edible. or even selling an idea, monetizing your tech skills is no different. All right. What you need to do would cut across two things, just two things. All right. Two things. Okay. Two things. You have the skills, you need to display your skill, display your product. Okay, you want to sell a product. I said it's the same as selling a product, right? Now, you want to sell a product. What do you need to do? You need to display them in a showroom. Take for example, you're selling, premium deodorants or perfumes or jewelries. You need to package them in a very attractive showroom. Okay, and then you need to have very good sales skills. So it's not enough for you to attract potential customers. You must have very good sales skills. This is what you need to sell a product successfully. And that's exactly what you need to be able to monetize your tech skills. Okay? To be able to monetize your tech skills, these are the two things you need. You must be able to showcase the skills, rule number one. Number two, you must have good closing skills. All right, that's what gets you the job in an interview. Are we together, guys? Are we together? Am I making sense from the get go? Two things, okay? You need to have a showroom, okay, and you need to be able to sell. Sales. You need to be a salesman. You need to be a sales woman. Okay. If you have those two skills, you are good to go when it comes to monetizing your tech skills. All right. Now, what are the five things? Five things you need to make up those two areas so that you get once you get these five things, right? You get these five things, you become instantly globally marketable. Okay, you become marketable globally with these things. All right, these five things would cut across this. Now I want you to meet Carl. Okay, so Carl is a remote tech bro, and Carl has five things. Okay, five things, and I want us to look at this together. Now I've highlighted the first one. Okay, the first one is a portfolio of projects. Carl has a portfolio of projects over the course of maybe 3 months, 4 months, or the place where he can showcase the project for people to see. Showroom, remember. Now, on top of that, CV matching skills. CV matching skills. Now, what are CV matching skills? Allow me to grab my laser. What are CV matching skills? Now, in the tech world, gone are the days where you have one CV and that's what you use to apply across board. If that's what you currently do, it's never going to work. Mark my word, it's never going to work. You have a single CV and you're applying to jobs and you think that will get you a job, it is never going to work. You hardly get a job because for you to get one number of applications, followed by a number of interviews, and then you land your first tech job. Yeah. So what makes it easy for you is having skills like CV matching. What does CV matching mean? Now, you have a skeletal frame of your CV, okay? And then what forms the flesh around this CV would be the job you're applying to. So it means that for every job you're applying to, there is a unique CV. There is a unique CV you are submitting. That makes you match the job description more than any other candidate. And it's a skill that you need. Are you with me, guys? It's a skill that you need. It's called CV matching skills. Now, on top of that, where to look for these jobs. Guys, are you with me? I'll go into a little bit of details, very soon, very shortly. I'll go into a little bit of details in all of these things. You need you need to know where to look for these jobs, right? LinkedIn, Indeed, Flex Jobs, Remote Call. Upwork, and the list goes on and on. Well found, we work remotely, job getter, Adzuna, and the list is endless, right? You need to know where to look for these jobs. That's the third thing. All right. Now, the fourth thing you need, and guys, this is where this forms the basis of your sales skills. Remember, I said, effectively you need two things: the showroom and sales skills, right? If you want to sell a product. Now, you need strong communication skills from introducing yourself in a session, all right, professionally, to you selling yourself and talking about the skills and abilities that you have and the things that you've been able to do heading to that particular session. Strong communication skills. And last but we call you need what we call brand equity. Okay, brand equity. If you don't know what that is, all right, stick around and I'll tell you a bit more what that is. But just to give you a pinch, okay, so brand equity simply means, okay, what brands can you associate yourself with, all right, to increase or to make you more attractive in the job market, okay, to make you more attractive in the job market. So whatever organization you can associate yourself with and you get that, that is what you call, you having, a bit of brand equity, right? Now, let's ask ourselves the big question, okay? What are the opportunities in tech like, and how exactly can you get all those five things? Now, is there anybody who wants to get all those five things I mentioned in the previous slide? You want to get all five. You want to get all five. You want to know how. You want to know how? Type in the chat. Type in the chat. Let me see. Type yes in the chat. Let me see. Type a yes in the chat. You want to know how exactly you can get all those five things, from a portfolio to knowing how to job match to where you should look for jobs, your communication skills, and last but not the least, brand equity. Brilliant. Um, I'll tell you how to get all the five. Okay, but first let's start. Okay, somebody said, let me see. All right, brilliant. Stick around and you'll see exactly how that works out. Okay, now let's start from here. When you talk about tech, there are so many tech career paths out there. But one of the areas I want you to focus on is the world of data. Now, data grows at an exponential rate, especially in the last 2 years. Okay, in the last 2 years alone, 90% of the data that exists, 90% of the data that exists were generated in the last 2 years alone. Let me put that into perspective. So when you go online now, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, there are a bunch of content, videos, from video content to trending content to pictures to text to audio content, and the list goes on and on. Some of them are a combination of both. Now, all of those things that you see on the internet today most of them were generated in the last 2 years alone. So this means that the rate at which data is growing is exponential. What does this mean for us? Now it means that between there is a big gap between the data that exists and the professionals who can help organizations take advantage of this data. Now, the Bureau of Labor has said and projected that data-related career paths would grow by an additional 20% between now and the year 2028. Now, let me put this into perspective for you, because you may be thinking, okay, does it mean that by 2028 I'll lose my job? The answer is no. Now, currently, why are you not using slide, please? I mean, I'm presenting my screen. Guys, if you can see my screen, can you type a crystal clear in the chat? Oluwafemi says, why am I not using slides? I believe I'm presenting my screen. Um, if you can see my screen, type I can see your screen in the chat box so that Loafemi knows that I actually brought my slides in here. Okay, okay, crystal clear. So Loafemi, what you want to do is you want to, step out of the call and step back in and see how that fixes the problem. Okay, so yeah, brilliant. Now, what this means, okay, for us is that, okay, I was trying to explain the gap, right? An additional 20% increase in the job growth. Now, it doesn't mean that by 2028, if you had already transitioned into tech, you lose your job. No. What this is saying is that currently we have a demand for data professionals, right? For professionals who can handle data. Now, by 2028, that demand would have increased by another 20%. That demand would have increased by an additional 20% compared to every other roles combined. Now, and you can read more on this here when you get the slides. Okay, I've kept the link here. You can read more on that in there. Okay, but now let's look at the World Economic Forum as well. Okay, if you don't know what the World Economic Forum is, the World Economic Forum is, a group of billionaires, thought leaders, politicians who come together every single year to discuss, specific topics, and one of them is the future of jobs. So they create an extensive report on these every single year, telling people about the trajectory towards which our jobs are going. Now, if you look at my screen, from that report, from the World Economic Forum, okay, Future of Jobs reports for the year 2023, the fastest growing jobs on my left, top 10 fastest growing jobs, and then you have the fastest declining jobs on the right hand side. Now, I want to highlight some of these jobs that are within the top 10 fastest growing. Now, if you look at this, you see the first is AI and machine learning specialist. You also have BI analysts, you have data analyst and scientist, and then you have digital transformation specialist. Digital transformation specialist. Now, these are four. Okay. Now, for you to be able to get into one of these career paths and become one of these people, you need to start out with one of three career paths. And I'll tell you, one of three career paths can get you into any of these four. Okay. If you start out with one of three tech skills, okay, you will get yourself into one of these career paths. Multiple people are saying, I can't see your screen. Can't see your screen. Okay, give me a second. Shakirat, can you see my screen? Okay, we can see your screen. It's their network. Okay, your screen is visible. All right, let me just confirm one more time that everything is cool here. We can continue. Okay, these are pretty much good from my end as well. So I think we can go on then. I think we can go on. Okay, I can see your screen from here. Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much for that. Screen is showing. Okay, so if you can't see my screen, probably you need to check your network or one or two things and see if you can fix that. All right, brilliant. Now, I was saying that for you to become one of these professionals, you must start out as one of three career paths. So I'll mention three career paths that you can start out as, and you would find yourself on the long run in one of these career paths. Okay. You start out as, okay, you start out as either a data analyst, a data scientist, or a business analyst. All right. You start out as either a data analyst, a data scientist, or a business analyst. And I'm going to tell you the differences between all three tech career paths today. I'll tell you the differences between all three of them today. Okay. Now, if you want to read more about this future of jobs report, I've included a link here to the report. It's about 300 plus pages. It's a very extensive report talking about the future of jobs and the trajectory towards which our jobs are going, what jobs are going to be in extinct, what jobs are going to rise, the new rules that are going to be created off of the ones that are existing, and so many other fine details. All right. And I would want you to go through that the moment you get the slides. Now, these are just a few websites that you can actually get remote jobs from. Okay, you can get yourself where you can not just get remote jobs, but sell your tech skills. Okay, where you can sell your tech skills. These are some of the these are some of these are some of the platforms you can do that. Now, Victor, what you want to do is check your network. Okay, so many other people can see my screen. So what you want to do right now is check your network and confirm that it's okay. You should be able to see my screen. I'm currently sharing. Everything is okay from my end. All right. Check your network. Try joining another network. Switching locations or something, and you should get that fixed. All right. Now, these are some of the websites or platforms that you can get jobs, and I'll show you a bit. I'll show you a bit of them. When we get there, I'll show you a bit of them when we get there. LinkedIn, Upwork, Glassdoor. I'll show you all of them. When we get there. Okay, but just thought to mention that these are some of the sites that you can actually get, remote jobs and sell your tech skills globally. Okay, market yourself globally as a tech talent, right? And we'll look at them. If you stick around if you stick around till the end, I'll show you some of those websites and how you can navigate. I'll also be giving you some tips on some of them, specific to some of them, that you can actually apply and you get results heading out of this particular session. Now, the question is, I mentioned some career paths, right? Why is it perfect for you? Why would Muhammad say that, look, you getting into one of these three career paths, data analytics, data science, or business analysis, why is it that you getting into one of these career paths is perfect for you? Now, the reason is very simple. Okay, I'll give you three reasons. Very simple, right? Number one, they are easy to learn. Number two, it's easy to transition. And number three, you have great salary projections. Now, when I say easy to learn, what I mean is when you compare career paths like data analytics, data science, business analysis to other career paths like software engineering, Web3, cryptography, software development, and all of that. These three career paths, data analytics, business analysis, data science, are relatively easy to learn. And this means that pretty much anybody, and I want to repeat that, anybody can jump on this, learn it within the space of 3 to 4 months, and be able to market their skills and actually get a job. That's one. It's easy to learn. You can learn it and know exactly what it's all about and be able to, use these skills. That's number one. Number two is it's easy to transition when you go through one of these three career paths, right? It's easy to transition. And what do I mean? If you look at the amount of job adverts that come in every single day, it's it's numerous, right? It's a truckload of opportunities shipped into the space every single day. And because of the volume of opportunities that you have, it becomes easy to it becomes easy to get yourself your first tech job. Guys, confirm you can hear me loud and clear. Type loud and clear in the chat box if you can hear me loud and clear. Somebody's saying sound seems low. Um, Type loud and clear if you can hear me loud and clear. Okay, okay, brilliant. So it means that's a peculiar issue to Oluwasegun then. Now, okay, great. Thank you very much for that. Now it's easy to transition, right? And I'll show you. Don't worry, I'll show you. Okay. Last but not the least, you have great salary projections. Great salary projections. And I love to use my personal experience to share this. So I applied to a job and I was given the opportunity to interview with this particular organization, Micro1.ai. They you can check them out, Micro1.ai. They, engage in consulting. They also serve as um, HR partners to so many tech brands, right? And they needed a database administrator to work with one of their clients. And I was considered for that particular role, right? And this was very early in my career. So heading into the interview, I already knew, how to prepare for the interview, what to say, and all of that. But I was waiting for one question. Okay. I was waiting for them to ask me what my salary projection was. And what I had in mind heading into that particular interview was $20 per hour. Okay. $20 per hour. Okay. I had $20 per hour in mind to tell them as my salary projection. Right. But they never got to ask me that specific question. But rather, the question they asked me was that, oh, do you have questions for us? And I said, okay, since they've not asked, I'll go ahead and ask, well, what's the budget for this role? How much are you looking to pay? And they told me straight away, oh, the budget for that role and what they are willing to part way with is $40 per hour. Straight up 2x what my projections were at that point in time. And that's why I tell people that before you go into any interview, you must conduct research. You must do your research about the organization, the role, the location, there are some metrics that you need to look at concerning that particular job so that you are able to correctly estimate the salary projections. But generally, for tech for tech opportunities, the salary projections are usually higher than what we think. Higher than what we think. If you go into an interview and you mention a salary projection that is too small compared to what the HR has, budgeted for that role, it may come off as you really don't know the level of work that it takes, okay, or you really don't understand the role, all right, or you don't know what you're getting into, right? So it's very important that you research the salary projections because they are usually higher than what you would imagine. Okay, so three things: easy to learn, easy to transition, great salary projections. Now, I want to know if you've been listening. What three career paths did I talk about? I mentioned three career paths. What three career paths did I talk about? What three career paths did I talk about? Who wants to remind me in the chat box? Who wants to remind me in the chat box? Type it in the chat box. Okay, data analytics, yes. Which other one? Okay, somebody says business analysis, data science, and data analytics. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. You can see responses from so many people. That's good, that's good. We are following, we're taking notes, we're following, we're taking notes. Good, good, good. We're taking notes and we are following. All right, we are following. We are following. Great, great. Now, allow me to select for you which career path would suit you from these three that I mentioned. Okay, that you can start out with. Okay, you can start out with what career path should you actually choose. So let's choose for you. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you the differences between these three career paths: business analysis, data science, and data analytics. I will tell you the differences, the key differences between them, who they are, and I would want you to listen attentively and try to visualize yourself in one of these job roles so that by the time I'm done, you can be able to select one for yourself. Are we together? Are we together? You can be able to select one for yourself. Okay? You can be able to select one for yourself. Could you please also point in this direction? Okay. I can see questions. I would, I'll take questions when after I'm done with my presentation. Yep. Now, there are three career paths we want to look at: data analytics, data science, business analysis, right? And these are career paths that are projected to grow by an additional 30 to 35% between now and 2027. All right. So if you're thinking about getting into the tech space, please don't think again. All right. There is no need thinking about it anymore. This is the time to get into space. In fact, somebody once told me that, look, yesterday was actually the best time to get into tech. But guess what? Today is the next best time to get yourself started. All right. So now let's talk about who a data analyst is. Okay, who a data analyst is. So many people confuse who a data analyst versus a data scientist is. All right. So this is where we demystify the differences, the similarities, and you get to choose for yourself. So if you've not been paying attention up until this point, please, you don't want to miss out. You don't want to miss out on these explanations, right? Now, what's the job of a data analyst? Okay, I love to explain this using the four types of analytics. All right, you have descriptive analytics, diagnostic analytics, predictive analytics, and prescriptive analytics. Now, the data analyst would focus more on the first two types of analytics. The data analyst focuses on the first two types. And when I say the first two types, descriptive analytics and diagnostic analytics. And I'll try my best to simplify these in very simple terms so that we can all go home with the correct and same information, right? Now, descriptive analytics is simply storytelling. Story. You all know what story is, right? Storytelling. Okay? Storytelling. I beg your pardon. All right? Storytelling. I think, yeah, storytelling. Let's manage this like that. Okay? I think it's more beautiful than this in real life. Okay? Now, storytelling. Now, storytelling is what descriptive analytics is all about. So you go into an organization and you want to get hold of records of their customers, their sales, their inventory over the past days, over the past few weeks, over the past few months, or even over the past few years, right? And what you want to do is you want to summarize that entire data into a single page report that shows that, oh, from last year till this point, we've actually grown as a business. Okay, and we've grown by about 20% in revenue. So this is you as a data analyst describing what happened. You're telling a story, right? Because from the data itself, nobody's going to know what happened. So you need to be there to be able to tell what happened. That's one. Number two is that you want to now tell them why those things happen. So it's not enough. Your job does not end at storytelling as a data analyst. It also extends to explaining why certain things happen. Oh, we had an increase in revenue because between last year and this year, we're able to onboard an additional 10, we're able to increase our customer base by about 25%. And that gave us a boost in revenue by so percentage. So you want to tie what happened to why it happened. Okay. Explaining this gives more insight into your data and helps the organization to make decisions. And that's your job as a data analyst. So this would involve you building reports, you build reports, you give presentation, and this is again where your communication skill comes in. You build reports that people can see and understand. Then you'll also be able to communicate your insight that, oh, this was what I saw from the data, and this is why it happened, and all of that. Okay. All right. So that is exactly what your job is as a data analyst. All right. And to become a data analyst, there are a couple of things that you need to learn. Okay. There are a couple of things that you need to learn. First off, you want to start out with Excel. You need to know Microsoft Excel. You need to know Microsoft Excel, right? You need to know Microsoft Excel. Okay, that's the fundamental tool for a data analyst. On top of that, you need to learn at least one of these three data visualization tools. You need to learn at least one of these three data visualization tools: Power BI, Tableau, or Looker Studio. Okay, Power BI, Tableau, or Looker Studio. And guess what? Guess what, guys? Guess what? Guess what? Somebody is saying, sir, how about diagnostic? Who can answer that question in the chat box? Type in the chat box. I explained what diagnostic analytics means, but I want to believe somebody missed it and is asking, how about diagnostic? Okay. Um, so you want to, somebody can type in the chat what diagnostic analytics mean. I explained. Okay, so it's simply you telling why things happened. So descriptive is what happened, while diagnostic is why it happened. Okay, descriptive is answering the question what happened. Diagnostic is answering the question why it happened. All right, why did it happen? So we know what happened now. Why did it happen? Can you explain? And that's what diagnostic analytics is all about. And all of these tools I'm pointing out would help you do this as a data analyst. Then you need to learn SQL, okay? SQL. And then you also need to learn how to use generative AI like ChatGPT. If you've been conversant with the AI world, ChatGPT recently just released a very new model, okay? And what they are moving towards is a future where AI would, you know, AI would be used like a tool to solve problems. And you need to start getting yourself, conversant with using these tools so that you can be among the first to benefit once this goes live. Okay, you already have AI, so many AI systems embedded in all of these tools that I mentioned. Okay, you see Copilot, you see Assistant, and all of that. All right. So now, here with Nebiant, you not just learn Excel, okay, you'd also learn Power BI, you'd learn Tableau, you'd learn Local Studio. All right. Initially, I said you needed just one of these three, but we have all three together in here. And that's simply because we want you to be super attractive to potential recruiters. Recruiters like variety. Okay. Recruiters like what? Variety. So they need so what we are doing here is to give you, as much variety as possible, so that that sells you without you speaking to start with. SQL, structured query language, helps you to extract data from data sources. Okay, that helps you to extract data from data sources for you to do your analysis. And last but not least, ChatGPT for analytics, right? So Power BI, Tableau, and Looker Studio are all business intelligence tools. Okay, business intelligence tools, and they help you to automate reports end to end. All right, and these are the things you need to learn to become a data analyst. Okay, it's a 3 month program journey with Nebiant Analytics, plus an opportunity to get at least 1 month of internship, 1 month of internship, us or with one of our partners, um, and that helps you solidify your experience as a data analyst. Okay, classes are from 11 a.m. 2 p.m. on Saturdays. You have an instructor, someone like me, in that particular session. Today we have classes. Okay, so you have an instructor, like me, take you through real world projects and solve real problems using these tools. And by so doing, you not just gain experience, you also gain confidence in doing these things yourself. On Sundays, you get what we call DID videos, do as I do videos. Now, these videos are, short set of videos that prepare you ahead of the next class the following Saturday. So that way, it's a blended training program. Blended in the sense that you have a feed of a live class and also a self-paced class, right? So blending these two together helps you to get that um, to get the skills and get used to the tools and technologies as you learn. Okay, now let me go into who a data scientist is. All right, who a data scientist is. I said that the data analyst would focus on this first two, right? Descriptive and diagnostic. The data scientist, on the other hand, focuses on predictive analytics and prescriptive analytics. Okay, predictive analytics and prescriptive analytics. Okay, predictive and prescriptive analytics. Now, predictive analytics is simply you answering the question, what is likely going to happen? As opposed to the data analyst who deals with the past and tell us story about what happened, the data scientist will tell us about what is likely to happen. The data scientist tells us about what is likely to happen. Okay, what is likely to happen? Okay, what is likely to happen? Right? This is exactly what the um, data scientist looks to answer. So they project into the future. If you've ever seen a chart like this, let me draw it for you so that you can see. Okay, this is 2020. This is 2021. Okay, let's say this is 2022. This is 23. This is 24. This is 25, and so on. Now we're currently in 24. Yeah. Now you see a chart like this. Okay, stops here, and then from here, because heading into 2025, it's in the future. You'd see it as dotted lines. Okay, projecting into the future that okay, this is what we are likely to experience in the future. All right. Now, this is the job of a data scientist. Okay. That's the job of a data scientist. All right. That's the job of a data scientist to project into the future to tell us what is likely going to happen. Right. And then for prescriptive analytics, now after carrying out several tests in your predictive analytics, you want to now come up with an action plan, okay, to prescribe to the company that look, based on what we've seen, okay, this is what we are prescribing. Okay, this is what we are prescribing. We are prescribing that look, by December, we want you to increase your increase your fees. We want you to increase your fees. Okay, we want you to increase your fees because projections say that demand is likely going to increase. So that way your you can maximize your sales, right? So these are this is the job of the data scientist to make predictions into the future, tell us what's likely going to happen, and also to prescribe like a doctor that, oh, okay, this is what you need to do now to be able to manage the situation and you know reposition yourself. Somebody saying screen no longer visible. If my screen is visible, please type screen visible. Type screen still visible in the chat box so that Poemi knows that it's from their end. Okay. Type screen still visible. If you can still see my screen, screen still visible, screen still visible, screen still visible. Okay. All right, all right. Screen still visible. All right, okay. So you want to check your network, okay? Check your network if you can't see my screen. Everything is all good from my end. All right, okay, brilliant. Now, um, now let's go on. Okay, let's go on. Okay, let's go on. We mentioned three career paths, right? Who is a business? Who is a data scientist? Or what should a data scientist? If you want to become a data scientist, what should you learn? Now, what you need to learn is Excel. You need to start with Excel. Okay. You need to also learn Tableau for GitHub for version control, and you need to learn Chat GPT and you learning how to use generative AI systems like ChatGPT, right? It's a very good tool for you to make your life easy as a tech professional. Okay, fundamentals of Excel, and you'd also learn Excel for predictive analytics. Okay, then you learn statistics for data science, and this is not statistics. This is not statistics for you to pass an exam. You are not learning to pass an exam or to defend a project. Okay, you are not learning to pass an exam, right? What you are doing is you are learning to start a job, to start a job. That's what we are preparing you for, to start a job, right? To start a job. Now, this means that whatever you are learning is scenario based, and there is always an explanation towards it. On the job, what you do is you use statistics to interpret your data. Things like mean median mode. How many of us know mean median mode from a primary school? Mean median mode. Do you remember mean median mode from primary school? We all thought they meant nothing. I used to ask myself back then that why all these things, right? But little did I know that mean median mode does one thing for you. If there's one thing you want to know today that mean media mode can do for you, it is helping you understand your data. It helps you to understand your data. So it means that if I can gather data about my customer, okay, if I can gather data about my customers and I'm able to know the mean median mode from that data, it helps me to understand my customers. And what do you think would happen? What do you think would happen if what do you think would happen if I understand my customers? I can make more sales. I can see somebody in the chat saying, how about our tech skills like virtual assistants and the like? Now, get looking for skills like virtual assistants is a waste of time. All right. Yes, you can do it remotely. You can earn in dollars remotely, but it's a waste of time because it does not meet one very critical reason why we selected this training program, and that is high and rewarding salaries. It's the salary projections you get if you get into one of these tech skills. So when you're putting in the work to get roles like virtual assistant, to earn very abysmal remunerations. You should actually focus on getting yourself one of these skills, and you can get up to 10 times more, okay, with the same effort, if not less. You get 10 times more of that. So forget about virtual assistant. Okay, they are not as lucrative. You work as this and you get to employ virtual assistants to help you with stuff, right? So that's how it goes. 3 month journey, just like the data analyst as well, with 1 month virtual internship opportunities with either our partners or here with us at Nebiant Analytics. Classes also happen Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. West African time. You have an instructor in that class who is an experienced data scientist taking you through that class. And on Sundays, you have what we call self-paced learning. So you have the DID videos, you have the DID videos, okay? We call them do as I do videos. They're short set of videos, and they're short set of videos that prepare you ahead of the class um, before Saturday, the next Saturday. So you can spread it from Sunday through the week, and that prepares you ahead of class. Um, that prepares you ahead of class the following weekend. Okay. All right. Brilliant. Okay. Now, brilliant one. Okay. Before I go into who a business analyst is, okay, before I go into who a business analyst is, all right, there is one of our current participants who joined our program in August, okay, and within the space of 2 weeks was able to get a job. And how? One thing that was very critical in Oluwaseun is on the call now, and I'll call him up to spend the next 10 minutes telling us about the experience, how we got the offer, and all of that, right? One thing that was pivotal was his LinkedIn. He worked on his LinkedIn. He was very diligent with his LinkedIn, and he got that offer. I got a DM. He didn't apply to the job. Got a DM from a business analyst. Oh, would you love to work with me on a specific project? And they are looking to start that project, very soon, right? Simply by optimizing his LinkedIn profile. And he's here on the call to share with us a bit about how he was able to get that fit, and his experience so far here with us at Nebiant Analytics. This is somebody who is currently in the program. Okay, he's not done yet, and he has gotten results. So, hi Oluwaseun, I'm gonna make you co-host. Okay, I'm gonna make you co-host so that you can speak to the house, maybe turn on your video, if you're in a good place. Would love to see. Um, Give me a second. Okay, I've spotted Oluwaseun. So Oluwaseun, I would make you co-host. Okay, I'll make you co-host. So please don't leave the call. I will make you co-host so that you can turn on your video and speak to the house. So hi Oluwaseun, you are now a co-host. Um can you turn on your video and your microphone so that we can hear from you? All right, brilliant. Hi Oluwaseun. How are you doing today? Okay, okay, we can see you. We can see you, but we can't hear you. Hmm. Okay. We can see Oluwaseun, but we can't hear you. Can you speak again, please? Oh no, we can't hear you. I can see you speaking, but we can't hear you. I think maybe it's your um microphone. Maybe you have a headphone on and that's maybe not working. Okay. Can you try saying something now? Let's see. Hmm. Okay, if you have a headphone on, you may want to, disconnect it. Do you want me to give you 2 minutes to sort that out? You can just raise your hand once you're okay. Okay, I think Oluwaseun will join us. Okay, Oluwaseun has joined us now. Back. Ismail, thank you. I've made him co-host so he can unmute himself. All right. So that's not the issue. Okay, that's not the issue. I think the issue is from his end. How about now, Oluwaseun? Can you speak? Okay, yes, I can see you now. I can see you, and I'm going to pin you for everybody. Just give me a second. I'll pin you for everybody so that everyone can see you. Um, yep. So, do you want to speak now? Oh, okay. All right. I for some reason we can't hear you, Luashion, and I would have loved people to hear you. Okay, so that you can share it with them live. All right. But for some reason we can't hear you. So this is what we'll do, yeah. Okay. You can so what you want to do is you can try fixing the issue, okay? And you can join back maybe later towards the end of the session, and will call you up to I will call you up to speak to the general house. I'd have loved people to hear you directly. Okay. But no issues. Yeah, thank you very much for taking out time to join us, Oluwaseun. All right. So now, while Oluwaseun is trying to fix the instructor, okay, okay, to fix the I said instructor. I'm very pardon me, guys. I was reading the chat box, so that affected what I'm saying. So now, what while Oluwaseun is fixing that issue, I'll go on with who a business analyst is now, so that you can now choose which one you want. Now, as a business analyst, your job would be to mediate, guys. You're a middleman. Who has played middleman back in the days? You are a middleman in between two set of people. Okay, if you played middleman, um, okay, I'm on standby. All right, Oluwaseun. Okay, so let me while I finish this now, I'll call you back so that you can try again. Right now, as a business analyst, you're a middleman in between two people. So this is you. Okay, don't worry. This is not how you look in real life. Okay, just illustration. Okay, this is the business analyst. Yeah, and this is the CEO of the company, and this is the web developer. Okay, the web developer. Now, many startups, many startups, okay, founded by these people need to build websites, okay, and they would want their websites. The CEO would want his or her website to do specific things. Oh, I want people to be able to make payments. I want people to be able to book an appointment. I want people to be able to, go through our offerings. All right, and all of that. Now, the CEO would find it difficult speaking directly with the web developer. So, and that is where the business analyst comes in. So the business analyst not just facilitates the communication between the CEO and the developers, they also document every single thing that happens. That's not all. They also in turn lead this team to ensure that projects not just meets the expectation regarding the website the CEO wants, but also to be delivered on time as at when due. Okay? Also to be delivered on time as at when due. All right? Also to be delivered on time as at when due. So that's the job of a business analyst. And to do this job effectively, to be able to mediate between two people, one skill you need is that skill to be able to, that's your interpersonal skills, your communication skills, right? If you are the type that love to lead people, you love to hold meetings and all of that, business analysis is a career path for you. All right. So what do you need to learn? Now, let me show you what we've done with our business analysis program, right? What one thing we've done is that we've added a bit of data analysis in there. Okay, you'd go through Excel, Power BI, and SQL, at the beginning, and this is data analysis, a bit of data analysis inside the business analysis program. And why have we done this? The reason is because you now have recruiters these days, they want a business analyst, okay, somebody who can mediate between two parties, somebody who can document, somebody who knows how to lead a technical team and all of that, okay, as a business analyst. But they want you to have a touch of data in there so that the moment you need to handle data, you want to be able to handle the data, right? Now we put it there because of this reason, the new trends, right? Now, the core business analyst frameworks that you learn are these ones. Okay, starting from SDLC, software development lifecycle. Now, this is not coding. This is you understanding the life cycle of developing a software. When you understand this, you can effectively deliver on leading the development team. Another thing you need to learn is gap analysis. This CEO wants to move his business from grass to grace. Now, between grass and grace, there is a gap. There is a gap. There is a gap. GAP. There is a gap. Now, you want to be able to measure this gap. Gap analysis. That's where gap analysis comes in. Process mapping. What is the current process the organization runs on? How can you optimize the process? All right. How can you optimize the process? Okay. Agile methodology. And somebody is asking, oh, what's the difference between business analysis and project manager? This is it. Agile methodology. Now, a project manager would want to deliver the project when it is done, and that is wrong. And that's why project management is phasing out, because project managers use what we call the waterfall methodology. So that's obsolete. What is in vogue now is business analysis, and they use Agile. Now, the Agile methodology says that, look, instead of delivering the project at the very end, when everything is done, why not deliver it bit by bit? And because of that, the team is agile enough to be able to make changes to this project as the project is being built, so that that way everything is close to a finished product at the time it is meant to be delivered. Okay, and that is one of the core differences between a project manager and a business analyst. Okay, and not to talk of the fact that you'll be able to handle data effectively. Now, last but not the least, developing a product requirement document, right? The product requirement document allows you to document everything that's the project entails, and that way no I is undotted and no T is uncrossed. Okay, and to be able to do your work effectively, you need to learn Excel, Power BI, and SQL. That's the data analytics aspect. You'll also learn Jira, Azure DevOps, Draw.io, and also ChatGPT for data analytics. Okay, Jira helps you manage your technical team, also track backlogs and even report. Azure DevOps helps you do pretty much every single thing you need to do um, as a business analyst, from documentation to project initiation to gap analysis, and the list goes on. Draw.io helps you to do what process mapping is. So process mapping, I didn't talk about process mapping. It's simply, you drawing a process. If you've watched a movie where thieves come together, robbers, they come together, they want to rob a bank, and they draw the map of the bank, right? And they say, oh, go through here, you come out from here, you must not spend more than 3 minutes here. That thing that you have on that flat table under the light, that's a process map. Okay. And as a business analyst, you must be able to draw something like that. And you use draw.io to help you do that. Okay. Somebody's asking the same question. Probably Isioma just joined. So the business analyst is not the same as a project manager. The project manager is obsolete because they use what we call waterfall. The project manager will want to wait at the end of the project before they give you the results. A business analyst will give you results from day one. Okay, and the difference is agile methodology versus waterfall. So if you don't upskill, if you are currently a project manager, what you should do right now is find a way to upskill to becoming a business analyst, else you will be left behind. The journey is a 3 month journey like the rest. You're open to also 1 month internship with either ourselves or our partners. Classes happen on Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. West African time. You'll have an instructor like myself leading you through that particular project, that particular, month. And on Sundays, you get what we call Do As I Do videos, DID videos for short. And these are self-paced, bite-sized videos that help you to prepare ahead of the next class so that you come to class with a bit of, background, and you you are able to, get the whole thing. Now, which of these career paths do you want? I've explained the three career paths. I want you to type in the chat, which of these three do you want? And while we are doing that, Oluwaseun, I don't know if Oluwaseun is still on the call. If Oluwaseun is still on the call, um, do you want to give it a shot now? Okay. I don't think Oluwaseun is still here. Okay. So, all right, that's fine. Um, okay. So let's keep the responses coming. Let me see who wins. Let's keep the responses coming. Let's keep the responses coming in. Okay, I can see data analytics, data analysis, business analysis, data analysis or data science. Okay, some people want to do too. I wish you could recap the data science. Don't worry, you get a recording and the slides. All you need to do is fill out the form. Okay, fill out the attendance form, and you get it mailed to your inbox. I saw somebody saying that you need to you've not gotten that. You need to check your mailbox. Okay, check your promotions, check your spam box. You will get that. Okay, you will get that. All right. All right. So while it is coming in, I think it's evenly spread, but most people want to go for data analysis and and business analysis. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. All right. So let's continue. We are not done yet. Okay, let's continue. We are not done yet. Let me show you some people who have actually gotten value after joining our programs. There are tons of them. All right. Now, I love to talk about Lebora. Okay. I love to talk about Lebora. Now, Lebora joined our data analysis program. And within the first 3 weeks, Lebra was able to build this particular dashboard that you can see here. Okay, Lebra built this particular dashboard, and her instructor was this person here. Okay, Ayobami Yusuf. Okay, see if you look closely, you see senior data associate at Nebians Analytics, right? Ayobami helped her, put her through in one of those live classes on Saturdays to build this, and she posted it on LinkedIn. Okay, I got this from LinkedIn. This is our LinkedIn page. Okay, you can check out Lebura Olawale on LinkedIn. Okay, maybe you want to send her a message, all right, to ask questions. Now, um, Lebra posted this dashboard on LinkedIn, and guess what happened? She got a DM. She got a DM from a potential recruiter saying that, look, I see what you do, and I'm interested in you joining me on a project. Okay, how would you like that? And currently, she's starting that project this week. Okay, she's starting that project this week, all right, with that recruiter on LinkedIn. We talked about you making yourself some money, monetizing your skills, right? This was literally our first Excel dashboard. First, first. She had no dashboard before this. Okay. She posted it on LinkedIn and she got an offer. All right. She was in one of our sessions, I think last week, and she was sharing her experience in there. So this was Oluwaseun that was trying to speak. Okay, Oluwaseun. Now, Oluwaseun joined our program. Okay, Oluwaseun joined our program in August. And one of the things that we do with our participants is that we help them optimize their LinkedIn. Okay, it's still in the works. Okay, Oluwaseun's LinkedIn is still in the works. But what he did was he went through the first round of LinkedIn profile optimization. And one of the things we told them to do is, or we tell our participants to do, is post regularly about the things you learn, share knowledge. Oluwaseun did that, and within a week of joining our program, he became a top business analysis voice. That's not all. Okay, Oluwaseun is also tapping from our brand visibility. Okay, working with Nebiant Analytics as a business analyst consultant, we give our participants that leeway to use us as a springboard, right? And by getting that initial optimization, he also got a DM from a potential recruiter, a business analyst who wants him to join in on a project. Okay, to join in on a project. All right. Okay. Oluwaseun is back again. Let me quickly bring him up for the next maybe 5 minutes to speak to us. Okay, give me a second. Okay, I can see Oluwaseun now. So I'll make you co-host one more time. Please don't step out of the call. I'll make you co-host now. Okay, so you can go ahead and unmute and speak. Okay, go ahead, unmute and speak now. Let's see if we can hear you this time. Okay, okay. It seems, I'm not sure. It seems we still cannot hear you. It seems we still cannot hear you. Okay. It seems we still cannot hear you. So I'm not sure why that is. All right. Okay. So this is what we'll do, Oluwaseun. Okay. I really appreciate you taking out time to actually join us today, but I'm really not sure why the I'm not sure why we cannot hear you. Okay. I'm not sure why we cannot hear you. So what we'll do is we'll let the people hear from you some other time, okay? If that's fine. All right. We'll let them hear from you some other time. All right. If that's fine. Really appreciate you taking out time to join us today. Okay. All right. So just give me 1 second. Okay, great. So thank you very much, Oluwaseun, for attempting to join and speak to us. Maybe some other time we'll have you on board. Okay. Now Oluwaseun got this particular LinkedIn optimization session, and it was a game changer for him. Got DMs, series of DMs, and you know, bunch of offers. Okay. Okay. All right. Do you want to speak now? Okay. But we still cannot hear you. Okay. So I think that my suggestion would be that we have you on board some other time. Okay. That would be my suggestion. All right. We'll have you. Let's have you on board some other time. All right. Brilliant. Brilliant. Thank you very much, Oluwaseun, for taking out time. Okay. And you can connect to Oluwaseun. I want you guys to connect to Oluwaseun on LinkedIn. Okay. When you get this slide, connect with him on LinkedIn. Ensure that you connect to Oluwaseun on LinkedIn so that you can get to see the good stuff that he does. Okay. We also have Amaka Anyago. You need to listen to Amaka. Okay, you need to listen to Amaka. I mean, I would have played Amaka's video so that you hear from the horse's mouth. Okay, but when you get this slide, I want you to click on this button and watch the hear from Amaka, the 1 minute video sharing our experience with Navient Analytics. And there are more. You have Joshua Bassa, Stephen Itaramba from Rwanda, you have Nkechika, you have Waneka. I love to talk about Waneka. Waneka was a mother of triplets. She had no job, had no clue what to do, and I gave her a succinct advice: get into the tech space. She did that. And I gave her another advice: oh, this is what you need to do to prepare yourself for an interview, right? She did those two things. And you can see that it still revolves around you having a showroom and having very good sales skills, right? She did those two things and she got herself um, a remote job as an analyst with a US based company working from Nigeria. Okay, you have Magdalene currently in the UK working as a business analyst, same as Beatrice, and the list goes on and on. Okay, this is just a bit of background. You can see this is um, Waneka's story. You can see Beatrice's story. You can see Magdalene as well. All right, you can see Magdalene as well. Now, this is a snippet from our current groups. Okay, our current groups, some of our participants interacting about what they think about the program and all of that. You want to take time to look at this. Okay, you want to take time to look at this. No issues at all. Self-explanatory. Pace is also normal, not too fast, not too slow, no ambiguous grammar, no ambiguous grammar. And this goes to show that we understand the kind of people who are getting into the space and we understand their need. Okay, and we try to water it down to suit this particular, to suit your interest, right? Helping you get into the space in good time. Now, on top of all of this, on top of all of this, right? You have another half. So all the things I've said so far is just half of the ball. You have another half that if you don't have it, you cannot get a tech done, right? And what is that half? This is it. First off, we give you mentorship sessions, weekly mentorship sessions, where we steer you in the right direction, helping you improve, especially your soft skills, right? On a weekly basis. We also have CV assessment. I talked about CV job matching. Do you remember I talked about CV job matching? CV job matching. We teach you how to do that. Okay. And it becomes a skill of yours. And you can do that any day, anytime. You master it and you can get, you can get yourself contracts, get yourself jobs, work multiple jobs if you want to do so, and all of that. LinkedIn profile revamp. Just like Oluwaseun got. You'd also gain access to our LinkedIn profile revamp. Now, this profile revamp helps you boost your personal brand because the tech world is so is so easy to get into, but it's only easy for those who know road, those who have the correct information, right? Boosting your personal brand can triple your success rate in the tech world. Okay, um, you can triple your success rate in the tech world just by positioning yourself. Upwork profile. Okay, you have Upwork profile. Now, Upwork is a platform where you can get remote jobs. Okay, simply by having a portfolio of projects and submitting proposals. You don't need your CV on Upwork. You don't need your CV on Upwork. All you need to do is clients come there, you make proposals, they see your profile, and that's it. All right, that is it. Now you get to a point where you start applying to jobs in the program. Now, when you start applying to jobs, the expectation is that you get interview, you get interview invites. Now, the moment you get interview invites, we prepare you for that interview. Okay, we prepare you ahead of that interview so that you go in there supercharged, super confident, and that gives you that gives you um that gives you, you know, an advantage over others that are going for that same job, right? And you're able to preempt some of the questions that they might likely ask, and also how to answer these questions. Plus, you have TSS, technical support session. Now, one of the reasons it was very difficult for people like me and so many other people to get into the tech space is because you don't have anybody to help you out when you are stuck. Now, whenever you're stuck, you have a technical support session. This happens every week before every class, so that whatever issues you may be having during the week, you get it sorted out. You get it sorted out, and you are ready to go for the next class, right? So you don't have any blockers, no need to quit. You are going, you just need to be consistent for a period of 3 months, and you get results. Okay. Now, up on top of all of this, you have a lifetime access to Nebian's analytics. Because we are trying to build a very large community, okay, what we've done is, even if you have ended your program with us, if you ever need the assistance of any of our professionals, take for example, for an interview prep, you have an interview coming up, you can reach out to us. We would help you prepare for that interview at no additional cost. As long as we see that, oh, we have you in our records, you passed through the program, you have access to these interview preps, you have access to these interview preps. Okay, you can reach out to us, we'll still prepare you for the interview at no additional cost. All right. Now, you also get 1 to 2 months internship opportunities. I mentioned that, and also reference letters. If you look at Oluwaseun's and even Lebora's, LinkedIn, you'd see that they've indicated Nebiant Analytics. Okay, Nebiant Analytics, right? Nebiant Analytics. So because of that reason, recruiters would reach out to us for recommendation letters, and what we do is we give them very compelling recommendation letters and references, and this has been very pivotal in helping our participants land their first tech job. So these are the things you get even after the program has ended. So it's a big step, it's a huge step, huge opportunity for you right now to get yourself started. Okay, to get yourself started. We've also featured in top tech job boards, top tech boards, and I've put in the link here. I want to bore you with this. When you get the slide, I want you to digest this, go through it, click on the link, read through the articles, and see these job boards, these tech boards rather, reiterating our commitment to helping Africans into the tech space. All right. Now, what's the next thing for you? What's the next thing? A lot of you have been asking, okay, what's the cost? How much would it cost to get into the space? All right. Okay, how much would it cost to get into the space? All right. Now, before I allow my CEO, take over, I want to do the honors to, present the what the offer looks like. Right now, the next thing for you to do so that you can join our program is, first off, you register with us. Okay, you attain technical prowess. You also apply to jobs, building your personal brand, and then you get yourself your first tech job. It's that easy as that. Okay, you have information, the right information in here. All you need to do is take the information and get yourself some good results. Okay, you want to get all five of these that allows you to get a first tech job. All you need to do is join our class starting on the 5th of October. The 5th of October is about 2 weeks away. So it means you can start your journey in about 2 weeks from now and start getting results within the space of, let's say, 2 months from now at the very maximum. You get yourself some juicy results. Okay. And what is blocking you from that right now is making that commitment to join either our data analytics, data science, or business analysis program. Okay, and the full amount is 320,000 naira. Now, because you guys have waited till this point, okay, I'll give you one offer. I'll give you a discounted price of 250,000 naira. Okay, so rather than registering with 320,000 naira, you can actually get all the value I've talked about up until this moment, just for 250,000 naira. Plus, you can do that in 2 installments. Okay, 150,000 naira to get yourself started on the 5th of October with as low as 150,000 naira. You can get yourself started, and then 100,000 naira 1 month into the training program. All right. And you can do this by visiting our main stack link. All right. I'll walk you through on how to do that now. Okay. But before I walk you through on how to do that, I would want to do this for just people, only people. I only show people who are ready to take the discount right now. Okay. Now, I would hand over to Lemon. Lemon, before I show people how to lock in their discount, can we know those who are ready? Let's know those who are ready to take that step right now. Those who are ready to take that step right now. You want to lock in the discount. You can indicate in the chat box if you want to lock in the discount. I'll show just to you. Uh, Please, can you talk about data entry jobs? Lazarus, don't waste your time on data entry jobs. Okay, don't waste your time on data entry jobs. It's gonna face out. Let me show you something very quickly. All right, very quickly. Now, if you're looking for data entry jobs, it's a waste of time. It's a simple waste of time. Look at this data entry clerk. Data entry. Can you see this? Data entry clerk. It is one of the top 10 fastest declining jobs. It is a waste of time. What you want to look at right now is either data analysis, business analysis, or data science. That's what you want to look at right now. Over to you, Lemon.
Hi. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for taking out time to, be with us throughout this webinar. It's been amazing. Mohammed, thank you so much. I'm interested in locking out the discount. Amazing, Isioma. Well done. That's the right choice you are making right there. As we've heard, it's not about, us trying to just lock you on a particular discount. It's about us helping you achieve your goals of changing your life's trajectory. It doesn't matter where you are starting. It doesn't matter your background. Trust me, your career has nothing to do with if you will transition smoothly to tech. I studied finance, both in my BA and my MFA, and I currently, hi Tejumola, oh amazing. And I currently, I'm a business analyst. I transitioned to tech almost 7 years ago, and it's the best decision of my life. For those of you that are stay-at-home parents, you're looking for something that gives you the flexibility to, spend more time with your children, work however you want. It literally is the best choice for you. I got married 6 years ago, and transitioning to tech was the best thing, for me, because I was able to homeschool my daughter. Alicia went till she was like 2 years. I was able to do a whole lot of things. It also allowed me to spend time with my family, and it was really, really amazing. For those of us that, hi Mohammed, you want to say something?
Oh, okay. No, I saw somebody saying I have 100K right now. Can I still lock it
Yes,
down?
yes, you can.
No worries.
So if you have 100,000 naira, you can make the payment and then make the balance payment before October 5th. Balance of 50,000, and then you have another 30 days to make the balance of 100,000. Now, don't look at it as though you are spending so much. No, you are investing in yourself. And like I like to tell people, the investment in yourself is a whole lot better than any form of investment whatsoever, because you are able to multiply it. The difference between someone that earns $5 an hour and someone else that earns, $500 per hour is what they know. No, it is not a physical class. We are fully remote. All our classes are virtual. You get to spend time with us on Saturdays, 11 to 2 p.m. in very intensive live classes. And then we have Do As I Do videos on Sundays. And then we have technical support sessions where if you don't get the gist during the class on Saturdays and on Sunday videos, you also spend time with us on Tuesdays, clarifying everything that you do not understand. And then we have mentorship sessions to help you navigate the job sector. The reason Nibiant is different from every other school is we don't just teach you and leave you alone. We've had a lot of people join us from different schools. This is literally your last bus stop. We are a fully remote company. Our HRO is in Canada. Our person in finance is in UK. Mohammed is in another country. I am here in Nigeria. We have people working from all over the world with us here at Nibiant. I'm in Lagos, Aja. If you are looking for me, I'm in Lagos, Aja. Okay, so the idea is we are trying to help you also get into the same kind of space like we are in. Someone asked me, he said, "Oh, I'm familiar with trainings. People just learn and then start to teach." That's not us. Mohammed worked with a company in the US that has something affiliated in Italy, Alfa Romeo. I worked with a company in Switzerland, Edasi. I also worked with another company in US, a saloon in US, and we've not even stepped out of Nigeria. So it's not as if I personally have not stepped out of this country. It's not as if, okay, we're trying to teach you what someone else taught us. We're trying to show you what we've learned, okay? Because we didn't get mentorship, it was a struggle for us. And then we've seen that is a gap in the tech space in Nigeria. And that is why we have Nibiant Analytics here. So I will train you to know more about business analysis. We're going to help you position so well that you are going to be found easily by recruiters. And when you apply for jobs, people will be interested in you. Bukola, okay, please, Abdul, ensure that she's able to secure the discount seamlessly. If you want me to work you through the process, you can also send me a message. You can also send Mohammed a message. Abdul, please drop our numbers. Okay, so we have Bukola, Tejumola, Esther. If you want to reach out to us directly. Mohammed's number will be dropped. My number will be dropped. Anyone you're able to access. Ensure that you lock down the discount before October 5th. The next cohort is coming up October 5th. Okay? Now we have few minutes to the end of this discussion, and I want to give 10 people the slot for this discount. Oluwayemisi, great. So we have Oluwayemisi, Tejumola, Bukola. I have 7 more slots to go, and then it's all off. I have 7 more slots to go. Okpeyemi, okay? Oluwaseun, Bukola, Tejumola, Okpeyemi. I have 7 more slots to go. Gideon, okay? Oluwaseun, Tejumola, Bukola, Okpeyemi, Gideon, Abimo. Okay, I have 4 more slots to go, and that is it. If you want to change the trajectory of your life, great. We have 3 more slots to go, and that is it. Abdul, ensure that you please get down these names: Oluwaseun, Tejumola, Bukola. Okay, I've lost the names. All right, and we have one more slot to go, and that is it. Thank you all so much for making that wonderful decision to change the trajectory of your life. Trust me, if you are struggling, this is where you make that choice and that move, to go from A to Z, literally from 0% to 100. We're not teaching you business analysis. We're not teaching you data science. We're not teaching you data analytics. We are working you to becoming a data analyst, to becoming a data scientist, to becoming a business analyst. There are two different things entirely. Other schools you learn. Right here at Nibient, you become one. And how do you become one? By working your way from learning to actually landing a job. Okay? The actual cost is 320,000, but we're currently on a discount for everybody that is a part of this training for 250,000. You can make your full payment. You can also take advantage of the installment. With 150K, you get access to the class. However, in 30 days, you have to complete the payment of 100,000 naira to continue the training program with us. Okay, I have one more slot and then I'll hand over back to Mohammed. One more slot for whoever is ready to take this discount right now. One more slot and we are done. David, I see you. Babatunde, I see you. Onyidam Mola, I see you. Aminat, Rita, can anyone join the training? Anyone can. If you are just coming out of school, you are a graduate, you are married, you are 45, you are 55, it doesn't matter. Our facilitators are well equipped to work you through the training without hassle. It doesn't matter your background. You don't need to know science. You don't need to be a chemistry student, okay? You don't need to be a physician. You just need to be committed to working with us through the process, and you would be at your end game as quickly as possible. So one more slot, and I'll be handing over back to Mohammed. The training is 3 months, okay? With the training, it's 3 months. Within the 3 months, you get to do six projects. You build your portfolio, you build your personal brand, you revamp your CV, and then you actually now become a business analyst. And one thing, you get to intern as well. You get opportunity to intern with us at Nibient Analytics, and you also get the opportunity to write on LinkedIn and also your CV that you were one of our consultants. That is, if you were committed to ensuring that you completed your project excellently well, and you also, yes, 3 months program, excellently well, and you also built your portfolio and did every single thing that we're going to be sharing with you. These things that we're sharing in just 3 months is what took us 2 years plus to get. Yes, you definitely get a certificate at the end of the program. One more person. We don't have a physical space. All of the learnings are happening fully online. All our courses are fully online. So it doesn't matter if you want to travel back home and you started your course in Lagos, you want to finish your course in Port Harcourt, not a problem, okay? You get access to every of our materials. Yes, amazing. So we have our 10 people and I am done. Mohammed, thank you so much for the opportunity to speak to you guys. Don't worry, Tejumola, it's not going to be stressful, okay? All right, thank you.
All right, fantastic. Thank you very much for that. Now, guys, if you want to lock down the discounted slots, okay, you want to lock down the discounted slots, okay, of 250,000 naira, okay, you can make a commitment fee. You can make a commitment fee right now, okay, to lock down that discount so that you don't get to lose on that slot. You don't want, I wouldn't like for you to come back and then we tell you that, oh, it's now closed and it's 320,000 naira. Okay, so you want to lock it down now, and what you have now is 100,000 naira, and you want to use that to hold down your slots. This is what you should do. Click on this link. You want to click on this link. Okay, I'm going to put it in the chat box. You want to click on this link and follow me on what you can see on my screen now. Follow me on my screen with what you can see. Click on that link in the chat box, okay? And you should be here where I am on my screen, okay? You want to lock down your discounted slots. First installment payment ordinarily is 150,000 naira. Then you balance up 1 month into the program. But what you have now is 100,000 naira, and you want to secure your slots. so that before the program starts by the end of September, before the program starts in October, you then balance up 50K to complete your first installment. Okay, you can do that right now. Follow me. All right, click on that link and it brings you here. All right, once it brings you here, again, this instruction is for those who want to lock it down today, right now, as I'm speaking, with 100,000 naira. Are we together, guys? Follow me and do it. Now, you want to go to the link, scroll down, you would see the three different programs. You'd see the three different programs. Okay. Now, because you just want to lock down the discounted slots. Okay, let's not talk about choosing a program yet. You want to lock down your spots of a discount. What you want to do is you see top up slash balance payment in here. You see top up slash balance payment. You see top up. Okay, that is what you want to use. This is opened right now as I'm speaking, and it's going to close as soon as I stop talking. So you want to follow me and do it now. You click on this link. Okay, it takes you to the top up page, right? The top up page. Now, this top up page is where you can top up. This is practically we giving it to you for 3 installments. Okay, so you pay 100K, balance 50K, make up the first installment, and then later on you can balance with the 100,000 naira while you're already benefiting from the program. So once you are here, what you want to do is you want to click on choose. Yes, this is only going for right now, okay? Except if you reach out to either myself or Lemuel or one of my team members, this is opened now and closed now, okay? So you want to reach out to us, else this is open now and closed now, okay? I'll tell you how you can reach out. Okay, just give me a second. Click on top up or balance payment. It takes you to the top up page. All right, it takes you to the top up page. I'll tell you how you can reach out. All right, especially you on a man. So it takes you to the top up page, and you want to click on choose. You want to click on choose. Okay, choose. All right, you see top up 1, top up 2, top up 3. Okay, top up 1, top up 2, top up 3. If you click on top up 2, okay, if you click on top up 2, check out top up 2. Top up 2 is what you want to select. Top up 2 is what you want to select. Top up 2 is what you want to select, and that gives you the leeway to pay 100,000 naira. Once you've seen 100,000 naira, confirm it's 100,000 naira, click on add to bag. Click on add to bag. Okay, it's pretty much straightforward from here. Click on add to bag, click on checkout, okay, and all you need to do is to enter your details. Very simple. Mohammed is my first name, Suleiman is my last name, my email address is mohammed@nebiant.com, and then you select your country of residence, Nigeria. I'll put in my phone number, and you can reach me through this phone number as well, 0703 215 8619. Okay, review and pay, and then you want to click on pay 100,000 naira. Click on pay 100,000 naira, and that takes you to this page. All right, once you're here, you have two options. You can either pay using your card, or you pay via bank transfer. If you want to pay via bank transfer, all you need to do is to click on this transfer option here. Click on transfer option. The moment you click on transfer option, you can within the next 30 minutes, you can actually send the sum of 100,000 naira to this bank details, Paystack Titan, this account number, and this is the amount you want to um, pay. All right, now this is only open for those who are ready to pay this amount to lock down the discounted slot right now. Okay, the moment you are done with this, you want to come back to the main page, the main start page, and you want to fill in the registration form. Okay, fill in the registration form, payment registration form. So click on payment registration form, click on payment registration form. Okay, and click on initial payment, first payment. All right, click on initial payment and click on next, and then follow the prompt. Okay, follow the prompt. All right, follow the prompt, click on yes, click on next, and go on to fill it out. Read the terms and conditions, agree, click on next. Okay. You want to provide your email, your first name, your last name, your WhatsApp number, your gender. Click on next. From here on, is pretty simple. Okay. And the you complete the you complete the you complete the the form and enroll, and we have your files with us. We can trace your payment back to you so that we know that, oh, you have secured your slot. You want to do that now. Okay, you want to do that now, and your slot has been secured. This class is over, right? We're about ending. Okay, the class is a 2 hours class. We have 7 more minutes, and this class will be ending. Okay, if for any reason you want to reach out to either myself or the CEO, you can reach out to us directly. Okay, you can reach out to us directly on these lines. All right, reach out to us directly on these lines and we can work it out with you. Okay, else you're not getting the discounted slot. You aren't getting the discounted slot. All right. So this is where we'll draw the curtain. This is where we'll draw the curtain. You want to be able to build your skills, build your tech skills, and monetize it ASAP, earn in hard currency, work remotely from wherever you are in Africa. All right. So until October 5th, see you in class and we get to start the journey with you. Okay. So cheers, guys. And this is the time. Now is the time for you to take that step. Okay, not tomorrow, not next tomorrow. Cheers and bye, everyone. Have a great night.